to my channel. I know it's been months, but I am doing this video series is Dephemerember. Hello, my name is Ketra. I am a mixed media artist and journal maker. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here and this is your first time, welcome, welcome. If you like what you see and hear, I hope that you will like and subscribe. And those of you returning, thank you for coming back. And let's get started. Dephemerember is actually a fun community of junk journalists or any really mixed media makers, anybody that's interested in just making things. Every year, Louisa Heinzel and 49 Dragonflies hosts Dephemerember, which happens every December. And basically what it is making ephemera from a prompt list, and ephemera is basically stuff that you put in your junk journals. So I'm going to leave this to the side so you can look at it. I will also post it in the video. Their pictures, sometimes it's just easier to see what their YouTube channel pictures look like in addition to this, because I'm a learner. I like written and visual things. There are videos out there of everybody making their journals for Dephemerember, and basically what I'm doing this year is a little different. I'm using mixed media paper, and I did the hinge method because I wanted my journal to lay flat, and I just used some fabric that I had laying around. And I'm basically, yes, I'm going to follow the prompts and do the ephemera prompts, but I'm actually working on learning more mixed media abstract stuff. So I figured this would be a great way to practice and get some new ideas. Now, if you're new to my channel, you will hear my Boston Terriers in the background. I have 3 of them snoring, and they hang out with me all day in the studio, and I apologize if that bothers you. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. Now, some of you guys have swapped journals and swapped ephemera. Well, I went ahead and just gathered some, not ephemera, just stuff. And some of the things that I did is I just gathered some gel printing papers. I also made some just mark making stuff because I really don't know exactly what I'm going to do. This is just tissue paper that I did my stamps on. Like I said, mixed media abstract art is my new passion. I'm just showing you some just mark making things I did with India ink and some coffee dyed papers. And I just kind of stamped some letters there. I'm just trying to get creative with textures. Using some of my favorite stamps and whatnot. And I think for the prompt, let me go ahead and move this to the side. So let me open up to the first page here. I went ahead and made my own prompt list, which is a waterfall kind of little thing you can add to your journal. So week 1 is altered playing card and antique keys. So I'm going to go ahead and start here on this paper. And I'm going to cover this side up so I don't mark on it too much. Here's some antique keys. I don't know that I'm going to hinge it. It's pretty thick paper. We'll see. I kind of want to fasten it to my paper, but then I don't. And I did have a playing card selected, but let me see if I can find it. Here's my playing cards that I don't mind messing up. I don't know. Why don't we do... I guess it doesn't really matter. It's an altered playing card, but you know, maybe we'll just do this one. Okay, so there's our prompt. Obviously, you can interpret it any way you want to. And so what I'm doing, like I said before, is I'm going to make a mixed media piece out of for this journal. So each page will be a mixed media piece, basically to practice maybe some abstract art and whatnot. So how are you guys doing? What have you guys been up to lately? And Oh, a little more about Dephemerember. I think there are 4 videos a week, depending on what's going on. I should have a video out 4 times a week, all through December, which is good. I missed video taping on my channel. I have been absent in that simply because I've kind of switched gears, and first of all, I just really wanted to get back to painting, and I wanted to explore abstract painting, which would be a challenge. And if you've done abstract painting, you know it's a lot more challenging than it seems. Also, I love to do collage and use different mediums. So I love the mixed media concept as well. So for some reason, I like this. My thoughts were to cut out this circle, and I don't know if I want to do the whole page, but anyway, let's just do what I thought first. Let's not think about it too much. So I'm just gonna tear this out. I mean, I could cut it, of course, but that. Are you guys that are watching? If you want to do the hashtag, I might have already said this, I can't remember. Hashtag Dephemerember. You can see other content creators along with Louisa, Heinzel, and Barbara from 49 Dragonflies. There are other content creators that are doing Dephemerember, and I hope you go and watch their videos as well. Show the love, spread the love, and it's always cool to see different artists interpret the prompts, and it just always amazes me. The creativity is so cool. Okay, so I like this part, and I thought my thoughts were to have this playing card in here and maybe a key, something like that. But I think because I want to do more painting and some mark making, I think I am just going to tear this and just see where it goes. Also, I want to think about rules of thirds. Oh, yeah. So there's my scraps. If I want to get into my scraps, I won't go through those. Thought I'd talk about my color palette. Is going to be, this is my new favorite colors, orange, pink, and violet. So pink and orange, or yeah, pink and orange. I've got my white, and we're gonna do Payne's Gray as kind of a neutral. So one thing I always try to start out from what I'm learning with abstract, so we might as well go with some pink. Here's some markers. We'll start some mark making. Why don't we do, I love this color, which is fine. I always kind of divide my paper into thirds, the rule of thirds, which if you collage, you know the rule of thirds. So what I do, maybe you already know this, approximately. So, what is it called? Your focal point can be here, 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 or here, or you can have more than one focal point, obviously. And my paper's small, which is a challenge because I like to work big. This is kind of our focal point, right? So maybe we will have that there. I'm just, again, my videos are always process videos. I really don't know what I'm doing. I have my supplies. I have an idea. You follow along with me as I go. And I love watching artists kind of be spontaneous. I just think it's fun, and you learn a lot about an artist just through their process. So I'm going to pause the video and get some glue. I'll be right. Okay, so I'll put this here for a little bit longer if you need to write down or look up Louisa Heinzel and 49 Dragonflies. I'm going to use some gloss gel. I'm going to go ahead and get this glued down for now. I realize I said I wanted my card underneath, but I think I'm just going to go for it. And we'll figure that out later. And if I don't do it that way, that's okay. I also think I'm going to take this out so we can have this move down. I think another thing I could do while I have this is put some texture down, because a lot of abstract art is texture, composition. What was the other one? Elements. I think it's good to have all elements in there of art. It would be texture, composition, line, color. I don't know. Can't think of them all. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. So another thing I like to do, we'll let that just dry for now. Another thing to think about when you're doing, I guess, mixed media or any kind of art is your focal point, right? So we know our focal point's here, but do we want to keep our eye here? We kind of want our eye to move around. So what I do, because I'm still new at this, and I guess the more you do it, the more it'll just come to you naturally, they say, is we want the eye here, but we also want our eye to go around the rest of the piece, correct? So sometimes I will just draw something like that to make my eye go. And then we want it to come back up here so it goes around. Something to think about. You also want a resting spot for your eyes to rest, because I don't know about you, sometimes if a piece is too busy, like there's too much to look at, for me, in my opinion, it is too much for me. It puts me off on the piece. My brain just can't handle all that information. You want to be able to just kind of, I don't know, for me, art is something, obviously, it's your words and emotions and pictures and symbols. And you want your brain to rest and kind of like, okay, this is just my interpretation of art. I don't know what it is for you. Maybe you can write down in the comments. It's like that sigh that you have right before you go to sleep because you know your bed is so comfortable and it's been a long day, and you sigh and you're like, oh. To me, a good piece of art, I sigh, and that kind of just hits my soul because my soul just rests in the piece. That's the visualization for myself. Okay, now let this set for a minute. I'm gonna go get some texture paste and we'll put some texture on this. Okay, I'm back with some texture paste. Let me get this glue off here. As I was getting my texture paste, I was thinking, I'm actually gonna have the texture go here and here as an interest. So, get our paste here, and I am just gonna go, I'm gonna make it kind of thick, and then I'm going to put some texture lines in it, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. You know what I should do while I have this card too, and modeling paste, I think it would be fun to get some texture on that card as well. But while that is drying, maybe, I didn't think about this until now, what if, because the prompt is key, what if I put this here and put my key in it? I don't know, just to make a mark. Let's see if it works, shall we? This way, or this way? Let's just do it. Sorry, there is my puppy dog, Riley. I think we're gonna put some more paste around it. Just and then I'll probably lift it out. That may have to dry for a little bit, so I'm really just covering it so that when I lift it out, there's a cool impression. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we will try. And then, of course, when I come back, it'll be completely dry. Hopefully, it might take a day. Oh, that's okay. That's the beauty of art, isn't it? You do. Okay, so let's make this kind of grungy. Let's make it kind of, yeah, this is gonna take a minute. Okay, let's leave it alone. All right, let's see if this works. Kind of. Or maybe we'll just leave it. How about we just leave it on there? Yeah, we'll just leave it, and then I can just probably put a tab on here, a page tab. Okay, we're leaving that on here. I know it's going to take a minute to dry, so I will probably use the heat tool, see if I can get it to dry more. Okie dokie. I don't know what kind of mark I want to make here. Maybe we will do, you guys know what these are, meat tenderizer things? But I love the marks it makes if you can get it to mark it. Or something like that. Yeah. And we can continue it around like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna fiddle with this, get maybe some of it cleaned off, and I'll be right back. Okay, while that's drying, I figured we should do the altered playing card. So, I don't think the back matters. I know I want to keep the ace of spades. So we'll just, I think the best thing to do with these things is to get some of the gloss off of here. So we'll do that, which I know, according to some, helps things stick. Now, altered means we could put some stuff on it, or paint it, or put some, I do want to put texture paste on there. I do have some of these something, I don't know how to read that. Stickabilities. So there's some of those possible. I don't really know. I haven't had a vision for this card necessarily. It's just, don't think you guys want to go through all of this. Kind of want to keep it themed. Don't really know what the theme is. Okay. Let's just go a little deeper in here. I do have some stamps. And some of my favorite chocolate. I have some postcards. I have some lace. These are some of the things I was gonna throw away, you know, like you get too much stuff accumulated and you're like, ugh. Although, these are kind of cool. Probably not. Kind of like this. pick this and maybe some flowers. Let's just go with that for now. Stick all this stuff. I'll put it in the bag later. Get off the desk, maybe some stamps. Okay, so we could let's not think about it too much. If I think about it too much, let's just tear some of these all out. Put that there. Simple, right? And going with the colors, let's go with that flower or that flower. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's get our texture paste, modeling paste out. I forgot I have some other things over here. My cat Toby is sitting on them. So I do know this texture paste dries white, so if you want some stuff to stay out of the whiteness, you kind of got to scrape it away, but let's just get it down for now. And I do want the Ace of Spades to still come through. Okay, so we have that there. Probably need a little bit more of a layer. Okay, Toby. I have to move my kitty. He loves the tissue. Sorry, Toad. Okay. Don't know if we can add some of this. It'll be nice. Oh, well, that's too samey. Any of these designs would be cool. I don't know. I'll just kind of like this texture. So, like I said before, I just took some tissue paper from like shoe boxes, you know, whenever you get for presents, you know, in the bags, and I just stamped on it, black and white stamp, just black stamping, because I didn't want to do any colored, because I'm not sure, unless I was making a full-on journal with kind of a color theme, then I probably would have done more. That's kind of cool. That could go over some of the white spots. Put some down here. Get our gloss gel. And I'll probably just use my finger here. Sticks from the paste, but okay, there's that. Sorry, that is Riley. He is having some breathing issues. I am taking him to the vet on Wednesday because I swear he has doggy sleep apnea. That's what it sounds like. because at night, I swear, he stops breathing and gasps for air and all that. So he's going to get scanned on Wednesday and see if we can't figure out what's going on. Poor guy. Okay. And scissors. So this is just a plain sticker. Okay, well, do we want to put this on now before I paint? Yep. Why not? There we go. There's that. So some interest there to go with the colors. Now I want to use some markers, or we can take some crayon dash. I love these things. They are water soluble, and so you can the nice thing is you can water it down if you don't like it, obviously. Just have a play. I think that's one thing I want to really get into with the abstract art, is not thinking about it so much. I just want to play with the paint and the color and brush strokes and just have fun without thinking too much. But you kind of do have to think about it to some degree. Right. So I need to get some, you know what, I can just do this. I don't have any water at the moment, so H2O in a bottle. And just use the fingers. That's a good painting tool, as Louisa says, finger tool. All right, I like it. I'm going to leave it, and I think after this dries, I'm going to, on the ends, kind of ink it up and make it a little more distressed. So there we go. We'll let that dry, and I'll be back when that other part is dry, and let's get this thing put together. Okay, it's a couple hours later, and I believe this is pretty dry. Well, let's go ahead and distress a little bit more of this plain card. I may end up painting over it. You know, I don't know. Sometimes I just had my thing here, and I don't know, because I was blocking off, because I'm excited to do this next step after this one. So I guess I'll just do this, because I don't know what I did with my little dauber, my dabber dauber, whatever you call it too. So I'll probably just, and I did archival ink, because I didn't want it to move. If you do some of those distress, if you add water or paint, the paint moves a little bit. And I thought, in Louisa Heinzel fashion, because she likes to distress and make her cards a little grungy, which I like that look as well. I was thinking I should have done this before I started altering this card, but we can kind of, you know, we could do. We could just, I've seen Barbara do this too, kind of break up the edges a little bit with my meat tenderizer tool that I use for art now. Although, you know, this tool is good for tenderizing your, like, oh, I forget, what the little, like, beef steaks things, like for chicken fried steaks. Anyhow. Okay. Looks all right. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I like the colors. I think it's a little weak in some of these areas, but I have a feeling that may or may not go away with the painting that I want to do. But I thought, just in case it doesn't happen, or I forget to do it, we can at least kind of do that. Make it look a little, it's definitely altered. Okay, just put this aside. So the next thing I wanted to try is I have these little water-based spray paints. Woo-hoo-hoo. So I got a set. I also got a set of nozzles. I didn't know you could do this. So I had to look up what each nozzle did. So I was thinking I was gonna do the tealy blue and a soft spray and do some black and calligraphy. So, but I haven't really ever spray painted first, so let's practice on a sheet of paper, which I didn't get, so 1 second. Okay, I got some packaging, so let's try it. So you guys are gonna witness me firsthand using spray paint, so let's shake it up. I don't know how long we're supposed to do this for. I'll do this off camera, hold on. Okay, well, I did both cans at the same time, and that was a workout. So here's the nozzle it came with. I guess it just comes off pretty easily. We're gonna try the soft spray, hopefully this works. I love spray painting, and I'm not good at it, and I haven't done a lot of it. Ooh, let's try this, okay? Okay, so a little bit goes a long way. Okay, now let's try the black with the calligraphy. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's kind of wide. That is not what I expected. So I have some other nozzles. What did I do with them? Here's the bag of nozzles. There was this fine liner one. This one, the needle. Let's try that one. If you get a chance and you're interested in spray painting, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of difficult in a smaller space, so I'll probably, it doesn't matter, I can paint over it. That's why I blocked some things off, because I really kind of wanted to do, let me block this off, because I imagine it's gonna get pretty messy on this side. I kind of wanted to spray paint the key. I kind of wanted to just kind of go like that a little bit. And I was thinking with the black, oh, it's just too much. Just leave it at that, okay? Let that dry, and I just want to remove this part. I'll get that removed. We'll see you in a second. So I suppose if you're working small, maybe airbrushing would be more the jam, to be doing smaller areas. This is more for bigger canvas size pieces. Okie dokie. So I was thinking, since I kind of wanted to do some marks, I still have some of these to play with. I could, sorry, I'm gonna shake this up. I have a white acrylic water-based marker. The brand is I'm not sure. I'll have to tell you at some stage, take my glasses off and read it. Let's see, is that the brand? Montana. Oh, it's the same as, no, this is Mountain. Never mind. Okay. Just kind of like a Posca pin. So I wanted to kind of just see where this goes. We're just having a play, experimenting, kind of in a journal. A lot of people say, work in your journal. You get an idea of designs and ideas, or maybe bigger pieces. So that's kind of what this journal is. For Dephemerember, which I love the prompts, and I always love doing a prompt challenge. If you've seen some of my other videos, I did a prompt challenge last year. It was fun. This year, with my change in art style, I did 100 charcoal drawings to kind of, because I love working in charcoal. And it was really just to kind of, I'm trying to find my style and my groove, my voice as an artist. So that was really cool. I'm actually working on a video that will be explaining all of that. All right, I am going to set up my paint palette, let that dry a minute, and then I will see you back. Okay, so I have my palette set up. This is Quinacridone Violet, which is a transparent. This one is Heavy Body Opaque Cadmium Orange. This is Opus Pink, which is transparent. I have my Titanium White, which is a neutral white. Payne's Gray, which I believe is on the cool side. So I have a warm and cool palette going on here if you were curious about color. I'm still learning. I could be wrong. Got my palette knife, and of course my color palette that I've been really into lately is pink and orange. I just love the vibrance. Sorry if this shakes while I'm stirring, making this palette, this color here. But you can just see, look at that color. I just love this color right here. So pretty. So, that being said, we know mixed media and, good golly, I forgot. What is it? The art I'm trying to learn is texture, and the texture you can use your palette knife to create other marks, which is fun. So that isn't going according to plan. I just thought since I had some of that texture paste there, that might be cool. I can also get this brush here, and we can just like on the side, kind of like a rubbing with your crayons that you used to do. You can do that with your paint and your texture. Sorry if this keeps moving. I'm gonna need another brush. Get some more paint. Then here's the fun thing. You can spray some water, obviously, and let it drip a little bit. So, let that sit there for a minute. I am going to work on this part here. I also love the orange and this cooler red, and then I add some of this pink. Creates a really, I don't know, I just like that color. It can be kind of a bright color. And I do realize the playing card's gonna go in here. But cool thing you can do is add some isopropyl alcohol, and it does some cool effects, kind of like water on watercolor. It will usually, you can start to see it, maybe not. Let's try it here. You can see that right there. I love that effect. I'm not sure why it's not doing it there, but could be because of the texture paste. No matter. So I'm gonna bring some of this gray over here. apply some water. Let it drip. And alcohol, move some of that around. Maybe have it move back up to our somewhat of a focal point. Just playing around, moving some paint around. Need to bring some of that, my thoughts are to bring some of this color down here in the corner. So white, some orange. Sorry, that is now my puppy getting on top of the table. If I could turn this camera around, I would show you. He's looking out the window. Just gonna kind of bring some of this drips. Sorry, goodness gracious, Roscoe. Okay, there we go. What do we think? This is the thing, is I try to get, because we have some black here and here. We can use another paintbrush here. Have this connect. See how we're having this connect a little bit? That's, I think, there we go. So your eye can move around. Are my thoughts on that. Get some texture with the alcohol, maybe. Some water. You can see it there. I don't know, that's turning out really cool. I'm loving this. Is really neat. That's so cool. All right, I think I'm gonna let this dry. And then we're gonna audition that key, or no, my playing card. Let's get a little more of that black there, maybe. This is what I love about acrylics, I'm discovering. And then after this, which I won't do for this page, but if say this was on a piece of canvas, after this was dry, I could go over it with some oils, like make some colors pop. But this is really cool. I'm loving this design here. This is cool. I don't know, what do you think so far? I don't even know if I want to add the card, the playing card. I can find out what I did with it. Anyway, let this dry and we'll be right back. Okay, lovelies, so I was messing around with this while this was drying. I kind of messed it up, although it's kind of cool and ish. I don't know, I was thinking of doing another one. Sorry, puppy decides to move on the table. Okay. I don't know, it's kind of funky. You can tell it's a playing card. You can see the A. I don't know, I thought I might just staple it. Staple it here. Or do another one, another card, but it's kind of funky, ugly. I kind of like it. I may do something on this edge here. So maybe I was just painting with my finger actually. Maybe if we can take off some of that paint and we see the ace of spades on this side. A little bit, there we go. Okay, take some more black paint. Just staple it there and call it good. Oh yeah, and so something happened here and here where it was white, so I had to use some more blue, turquoisey blue, green, whatever. I think it's more of a, I don't know, some days this is more of a green or a blue, but it doesn't matter. It says it's turquoise green, so green. Anyhow, I had to respray it because I liked where it was until this part got white somehow, and then I had to fix this part. So it changed a little bit from the last shot, but what do you think? I think I'm gonna put this here like that and be done with it, but without the card. This is gonna be an inspiration for a painting because I absolutely love this. I love the circle, I love that color, I love the circles. And the spray painting here to dip down. I love the texture here. So there's a lot of cool things going on for me in this piece, new discoveries. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I keep getting, let's move the palette. Let's move the palette. Okay, so I'm gonna go get my staple. Where you can look at that while I get my stapler. This one done. There. Kind of cool, kind of funky. I like it again. And so this is the Dephemerember 2024 prompt list. And this is December 2nd, altered playing card and antique keys. I will see you tomorrow for the layer tag and film strip. What are we gonna do? I have no idea. Probably after I get off here, I'm gonna have to hurry up. Yeah, that's one thing I meant to tell you. If my videos are a little late on the day, I am actually working tomorrow. I set up for my first gallery showing in Ottawa, Kansas. I'm very excited. So I got a body of work together. So I've been working on that feverishly, and there will be a video coming out pretty soon, hopefully this week, about what's been going on. But thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope those of you that are back and I haven't been on for a few months, thank you for coming back and sticking with me. I really appreciate it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have fun creating. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, and real quick, if Louisa and Barbara 49 Dragonflies are watching, thank you so much for hosting another Dephemerember. I love it. It always keeps me inspired. It keeps me on my toes. I love watching you guys create, and I'm going to be sure and try and catch some other creators. Don't forget to follow with the hashtag Dephemerember. Dephemerember. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.